Chief Meteorologist Mike Haddad with your Storm Watch 9 forecast.
One system departs and all eyes focus on the one out west. You focus all on that one, and for good reason. However, before that even happens, some very strong gusty winds are going to take over in the wake of this system here and in the wake of the next one by early next week. So we'll talk wind and the road conditions in the short term right now. System again is departing, snow mixing, rain gone, but the roads are damp and the temperatures at this hour are not all that bad. 30 to 33 seems kind of critical in terms of slippery roads, but keep in mind if the roads are treated, you're usually in pretty good shape when you're hanging around in the lower 30s. But the sun has just set and the temperatures are going to fall quite a bit in the coming hours. We'll end up early in the morning down into the single digits north and teens elsewhere. So slick spots central and north, good part of the night, just about a guarantee. Farther south, watch out, as those damp spots may tend to glaze over between now and 10 or 11 o'clock this evening. The winds in the wake of the system, nothing at all really going on in the valleys. 5, 6, 7, 8 miles per hour, but just over our heads, the winds are beginning to crank up. In signs of the wind picking up in Vermont, upstate New York, when the short couple of hours from now, the winds are going to start to crank up here in New Hampshire. So because of that concern for some gusts over 40 miles per hour, a wind advisory statewide in the coming hours, starting within the hour or two and going right into the afternoon and early evening on your Friday. Again, some of the gusts could exceed 40 miles per hour at times, so be prepared overnight into the day tomorrow for some scattered outages. Look at the timestamp here. As early as 11 o'clock tonight, winds cranked up over 30 to 35 in spots, generally 15 to 30 elsewhere. And tomorrow, some of the gusts exceeding 50 miles per hour in the higher terrain north, but even in the lower elevations, 35 to 40 plus on and off all day into the early evening before the winds relax on Saturday. Then our focus turns in on the storm Saturday evening into Sunday. In the wake of that one, take a look at the projected winds Monday and Tuesday. Even stronger winds not out of the question. Some of the higher terrain, even down in southern New Hampshire, may see gusts over 50 miles per hour, even into early on Tuesday as well. So wind, a big story Friday, Monday, and Tuesday. And in between all of that, this moves in, really the best weather of all between now and early next week. Saturday morning and early afternoon, it's just sunshine giving way to clouds, no rain, no snow, no wind. But then Saturday night, snow, heavy at times to an icy mix, certainly in the southern part of the state, possibly central, possibly far north, but that's going to be a stretch. What's not a stretch is forecasting messy road conditions Saturday night into Sunday. Here's our timeline. Snow moves on in, and then it changes over to that mix central and south, possibly parts of northern New Hampshire. Wraps up south by midnight, but then snow lingers up north into early Monday morning. And that's where the jackpot snow totals are expected right now. Keep in mind, this total map is still 48 hours away from even beginning to see accumulation. So the numbers may change. Lower numbers south due to a changeover to some mixing. Far north, we're talking about more in the way of snow. So how will this impact the travel going through the course of the weekend? For much more on that, we'll bring in meteorologist Haley LaPointe. Hi, Haley.
Hi, Mike. It's a busy weekend. A lot of people enjoying a long weekend, perhaps if you're off on President's Day, and also school vacation for some schools starting up for next week. So this is what you can expect, especially if you are planning to hit the roads. Tomorrow, a good day for it. Just keep in mind, if you're driving, the gusty winds may blow you around in the lanes a little bit. Temperatures in the 20s, and we'll have sunshine. Then on Saturday, clouds giving way to the snow in the late evening hours, it appears. So much of the daylight hours should be dry. Sunday, probably not ideal for travel because we've got the snow. Then you've got the wintry mix. So we've got high travel impacts on Sunday. By the way, tonight, still some low travel impacts, mainly due to the fact that we still have water on the roadways in some instances that may not have dried up. And as the temperatures go down, could be some slick areas. Tomorrow, no issues. But then as we go deeper into the weekend, that's when we see the high travel impacts. Now, as Mike mentioned, the winds are going to get very strong next week, though at least relatively quiet. We're not talking any snow or mix early next week, Mike.
That's right. This storm is going to do enough, right, Haley,
Yes.
in terms of giving us probably the biggest snowfall we've seen in many parts of the state during part of our weekend, Saturday night and on Sunday. But by Monday and even Tuesday, Tuesday, the potential is there for some strong gusty winds resulting in some scattered outages, and hopefully that mix that follows the snow on Sunday will not glaze over into a thick coating of ice with freezing rain. It'll be more sleet rather than that freezing rain, but that is not a lock by any stretch. The storm's still 2 days out from even getting in here, and a lot will likely change. Hopefully it won't change too much, but that's what we're going to be doing in there, watching for those changes.
Something that is very important to pay attention to.
Big weekend ahead for many, and the weather definitely going to impact a lot of people.
Yeah, no doubt.